Welcome back. Let's talk today about what happens if you're finding endmyopia when you're first diagnosed like it's an illness with myopia, but you haven't bought glasses yet. This question has come up a few times recently. Even if I don't answer all the email questions, because it's just not possible for me to, I read your questions. If anything comes up recurringly, I try to make a blog post, a video about it. And one thing that's come up a few times recently is, hey, I just went to the optometrist, he said I need glasses, I did research online, I found endmyopia, what should I do? So let's talk about what you should do. First of all, a couple links below. Take the time to understand some basics about vision biology. Myopia is not an illness. You're not genetically broken, there's nothing wrong with you. Myopia is a refractive state, right? And pseudomyopia, Google Scholar, scholar.google.com. If you haven't looked that up before, if you're not familiar with it, that's a Google search engine for scientific articles. Type in pseudomyopia, P-S-E-U-D-O, myopia, in Google Scholar, and see that there'll be over 10,000 results. And that's what you have. When you first go to the optometrist and the first time they say you need glasses and it's a low diopter correction, like between 1 and 2 diopters, pseudomyopia in most cases. Another term you can look up is near-induced transient myopia. In short, skipping ahead right to the end, that just means your ciliary muscle is locked up. It's a muscle spasm. It's not an illness. It's not a condition. You probably don't need glasses. You probably need less close-up. And this video, kind of one of those, if it catches you, it hopefully catches you before you start wearing glasses and leads you down the rabbit hole of endmyopia, which explains a whole lot more of what you could do instead of getting glasses. But I'll give you the short version here. First of all, the optometrist, odds are, is a retail store. If you walk into that shop and you do a 360, just look around you. If you see a bunch of frames for sale, if you see any specials or promotions or whatever, that's not a place where you go for a medical diagnosis. That's a retail store. So if their sales pitch is, you need this and you're broken and whatever, question that. Like, it's just question it, right? Because they clearly have a motive to sell you something. Pseudomyopia, near-induced transient myopia, you probably have a ciliary focusing muscle spasm from staring at screens close up for too long, too much. And that's probably all it is. If you have this magical diagnosis, right, and it's Friday, then just commit to a camping weekend. And I'm recording this as it's January. If you're somewhere cold, I realize maybe that's not that easy to do. A skiing weekend, whatever it is, plan a weekend where you leave the screens at home and you go somewhere where there are no screens and just take a few days to relax. Print an eye chart before you go, hang it on your wall, measure your eyesight in good natural ambient lighting, see what line you can read. After a relaxing weekend, come back, read the eye chart again, and notice that your vision is a lot better. So you don't need glasses, you need less screen time. And for the people that ask me what they should do, they were just diagnosed. Diagnosed, it's such a dumb word because it's not an illness. It's a refractive state. Biology links below. Don't start wearing glasses. As soon as you start wearing minus lenses, the chain of events will start happening that is going to lead you to more minus lenses, as is the case with most people that have myopia, that have been sold lenses. Don't get into the minus stuff, right? If you don't need to. I can't comment on medical conditions. If there's something wrong with your eyes legitimately, if you went to an ophthalmologist, not an optometrist who just sells lenses, and they said you're somewhat genetically or otherwise deficient, I'm not contributing to any medical topics. The only thing I'm saying is myopia itself is just a refractive state. And in the beginning, it's just a ciliary muscle spasm. So it's really nothing. Don't wear glasses, go outside for a couple days, spend a weekend outside, don't play on screens, shut down Facebook, don't look on Instagram, don't play on YouTube. If you're not at work, find things to do that don't require you to stare at screens. For the most part, that'll fix it. Then look up active focus. If you do a little search for active focus is the stimulus to quote unquote improve your eyesight. A lot of times that's all you need is to discover active focus, a little blink, things clear up, challenge your eyesight. Combination of active focus and not looking at screens will improve your eyesight over a weekend enough to where you'll realize that glasses are probably not the answer. right? Because if you're watching this video, if you just discovered this whole thing, you're questioning whether it's true, which you absolutely should, start with something that is not invasive, that doesn't, right? Like glasses would be invasive, like taking any kind of significant action other than going, hey, if this is a muscle spasm, I'm gonna take a weekend to relax. If your vision is improved by any amount at that point, you know that you're probably on the right track, right? Whatever you do, just don't start with the minus lenses. Completely different from multiple diopters of myopia. I just made a video about that. If you have -3, -4, -5, higher diopter myopia, you don't want to throw away your glasses. That would be the wrong answer. It's just if you have very, very low myopia, you probably don't need to start with wearing lenses. Start with addressing the cause. Start with addressing your screen abuse. Start with addressing your lack of outdoor time. And then measure your eyesight. Quantify your eyesight before you take any action. And then if you want to improve your eyesight, the blog has a whole section on just low myopia. I'm also working on a low myopia course. In the meantime though, you just browse through the low myopia section. That'll give you a lot of answers, a lot of starting points to address your myopia. If you need it for nighttime driving, I'm also not commenting on that. Like legal requirements or medical issues, I have no comments on. Be safe, be smart. But as far as daytime is concerned, as far as -1 diopter myopia is concerned, be smart about it and try to relax your eyes before you take any more invasive measures. That's it for this one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.